Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you. We are gonna play some more hardcore Minecraft. So we're gonna load in where I left off earlier, right here by this ruined portal, which I just need to get... I've got 2 obsidian here. I don't actually need any more, because I don't care about the nether. There's nothing there but misery and pain. So we're just going to run gently over some magma and get going home-ish. We're also going to stop to, mine iron if we see it, and bash any cows we see over the head. Once we get home and drop off some stuff, I need to see if I have any lapis or redstone at all from earlier jaunts around the countryside and shipwrecks. And if not, we're just going to go and try and find some. Because my initial thought always is that, I'll just farm up things, but even better than waiting till I get enough cows to cull a herd to get all this leather is to actually, take advantage of the bountiful nature of the savannah, which is just what we're doing here. Making sure not to fall down, very important. If you're me, you often are at risk of falling down places. Do I see a village? Alright, this is probably my village. No, I don't think it is. Nope, it's not. Interesting. Alright, either I've been here before or not. More useful commentary about the nature of probabilities. But we're just going to run on down. Do I have room for flowers? Hopefully. We're gonna get some flowers, and hopefully we'll have enough room. We're gonna go to this village and see what we can see there. Hopefully they will have all sorts of interesting stuff. Maybe there will be. It just feels like maybe I've been here before. Everything grows to look the same. It's not exactly right. I've just been in a lot of Minecraft worlds. I've been playing a lot of it in the last bit of time. But we are going to grab all the sugarcane we see. Because, these people don't need it. And I very much need to get enough paper to make it all happen. So now I'm regretting the dozens of paper that I left in chests. But, it was necessary. The rare 4-block sugarcane. I never see them grow. I think that's just a world generation thing. You can independently do it yourself, but that's not the same. Obviously. We're gonna just leave that poor guy alone. Oh, hi Sid. It's going good. Just planning on playing for a bit before I, eat dinner. Probably stream for another hour and 10 minutes or so, something like that. Alright, we've got an Enderman down there. I'm gonna fight him once I get my breads up, because I've got water if I need it, but I'm going to try to get some more practice of, actually fighting them more fair. Come on, buddy. Let's go. You and I. A rumble. Come on now. Notice me. Not that way. Oh, God, not that way. Okay. Boom. Alright, I only took 1 hit there, which is way better than I normally do. Pretty happy with that. So they come in, and it's 2 bashes that they do, and then there's a brief period where they don't attack anymore. I definitely was, in the past, just blocking the first one and letting the second one go through, but I'll try to remember the nature of the Enderman. And we get a pearl from him, which I know are important, but Mainly, I know that I'm not going to throw them away. Hey, I bet that's where my home is. You know, big sand pillar is very important and strong. Have I been here before? I'm going to know if I don't see hay bales anywhere. We've got beetroot seeds now, which is most excellent. It's hard to believe I would have been here and not stolen any beetroot seeds. Rather, found any beetroot seeds. But there's so many golems. Maybe I just, like, was at the outskirts of this place enough times. It's hard to... No, they would have been by the docks and I robbed it and I just didn't notice. Yes. Okay, yeah. Clearly I've robbed this place before. Which I guess I should have anticipated when I saw the multiple golems. But it occurs to me that I was trying to get home, and I was merely distracted on my course by this place, so it's alright that I just forgot that I'd been here before. I guess I just approached it from a different angle all the other times. Grab a bunch of roses. Can't go wrong with some nice roses. I do think it's interesting that the rose bushes don't have, like, thorns on them, because my family, we had a rose bush whenever I was a child, and let me tell you, they have thorns. You have to tempt them if you want to pluck the flowers, but here you just reach out and grab the whole thing out, which makes my skin itch a little bit just thinking about. It is a nice rose bush. Wonder if it is still around. My family doesn't live where we did whenever I grew up, so I don't know what became of much of the things that we planted. I know that a lot of them are gone, but I like to think that some of them are still there. I lost sight of the pillar. You know, I should just be bashing some wood. Do I have inventory space? I do now. Oh, I'm out of bread. Alright, actually I need to quit messing around then. Beetroot don't plant. That's right, the berries are prickly. Just like the simulations. But we'll get to home. We need to get some more lumber though, because I know I'm like out of charcoal and I need to cook up a bunch of this food before we go adventuring, because we're like out of breads. Yeah, more stuff in the world should hurt when you run into it in Minecraft. I bet there's a mod for that. Like, you run into the leaves and you get damage. You run into a tree and you get more damage. Sometimes I'll come upon like sugarcane in terrible places and think, that's like a dumb place to plant it. Did I put it there? And no, it's just like the luck of the world. And I'm like, oh, actually, that's quite nice. Okay, we'll just use some of that. All right, I've got to delete that song. But first, I would have to figure out what it is. Alright, the village is hopping. We've got so many golems now, which is exciting. Of course, first things first. Gotta say hello to Garuda. Hey, buddy. No, he's been missing us. And then we can carry on with our regularly scheduled programming. We're going to, yeah, 16 charcoal will be good. So I'm gonna need torches also. So actually, man, we're gonna need to go back in time. Yes, well, you know, different songs for different occasions. I'm sure Garuda is very gratified to know how much of a fan favorite he is. I mean, I'm sure he never had any doubt. He knows he is best bird. All right. Get more experience and more experience. Just so much junk. I do need to make like 50 more chests. You know, that's a thing that we can do. We can make several more double chests and put them all in places that don't indicate what they're here for. All right. This will be our animal and animal products chest, and this will be our chicken and chicken products chest. And this one will be the double chest here. And then this other one we'll put there for reasons unable to be ascertained in the present, but that will no doubt make themselves clear over time. This is the chest where things go, like diamonds, and also, you know, pumpkins, apparently. The fortune pickaxe, well, we don't need to carry it with us, but we'll put it in the corner of the chest to remind us that it's important. Have we been to this buried treasure map? Yes? Maybe? I don't remember. It's not important. Make a decent house, then you have to make a big storage room. Yeah, that would probably be smart. You know, I need to get around to building actually a chest, building a base, but we're gonna do that probably whenever we come back with all of our loot. Because, like, are we just gonna leave with a bunch of ersatz things, or do we like bake up a bunch of potatoes? I bet baked potatoes are food. We'll have more beef and mutton. All right, and that'll be like a whole lot of units. There we go. Much better. Well, if you think we went to it, that means we went to it. And really holding on to a map of a treasure I'd already been to is 1,000,000% a thing I would do. So we'll just throw it into the water there, you know, as one does. I'm like, do I want to eat the last bit of cake? No, you know, I want to save it. You never want to eat the last bit of cake. And we'll just toss the scoots in here. We already had one in here. We're about to get just... Alright. Wait, no, I need something in the offhand that's not going to go down. And we're just going to feed up some of these chickens. Not even really all of them will be out of seeds. That's the miracle of the chicken farm. It's super effective. How many do we have now? Like 190. Good, very good. Oh my goodness, yeah. So the need for a dispenser is clearly displayed here. I'm not gonna do this. I don't feel like doing it right now. Maybe later. You know, we're going to get the dispenser, so right now this can be an egg chest, and that would be very good. Make food get moldy. It's bad enough when you find those potatoes you can't eat, right? Like, please do not be giving them any ideas. I mean, give them ideas, but not ones like that. But, you know, miracle of agriculture. I don't think... We may never even set up a pig farm just because they're not, like, very much of a priority to me. I mean, even the sheep, once you have, like, an amount of them, you don't really need, like, a shocking amount of them for beds or whatever. At least I don't think I do. But cows give leather, and one of these days I'm going to get around to showing you what I'm going to call the Great Library in my survival world. But I mean, it's barely even started yet. I've got the materials, and because I'm not very good at the game, you know, it took me a long time to get. Oh, should I even say how many? I think I've already said it before. I have like, I think it's 8,500 bookshelves. So like, a lot of them. A lot of them. It should be enough, I think. It was quite a joy getting them. I really had just the best time. We're going to throw wheat there because wheat is, I mean, for practical purposes, related to the cows. Yes, I agree. It is a lot of bookshelves. Because I wanted to do like a narrative thing where I was going to defeat the raid, and then I was going to, like, after defeating the raid, it would, like, express that I needed, like, to replace where the library was. But then, didn't work out. Hey, Natasha. But instead of that happening, I just lost the raid, so I never got around to doing it. But now we've got soon enough we'll have all the food that we're going to need, because this is going to be like a lot of steaks. Yeah, we'll have 34 food units. That'll be plenty. And now with our new expanded chests, we're gonna have a much easier route around. We're gonna make the torches beforehand, just so I don't forget. Yeah, you know, the raid, it went pretty well. It just, the last one fell apart. I didn't really understand the danger I was in. The setup with the village, where there were like the bits of water and stuff that they were often having to deal with, is pretty good because they move so slowly. But it was also like, that was a weaker village for me because there were barely any golems. My strong village on the island has like 25 golems, but I was afraid to bring it there because, well, I wouldn't have wanted to lose all of those villagers. That's my valuable island. Alright, so we're going to have like a stack of torches, and that'll be enough. We don't want to leave without the pickaxe. 10 pork chops. Yeah, we'll bring 3 different food sources. We're going to just burn up this old iron axe. I need to make another shield, very important. And we're just going to take some iron ingots with us, because that was really annoying last time whenever I realized that I should have done that and didn't. Got 11 arrows. I mean, it could be more. Ultimately irrelevant. 16 oak planks will be all the running around wood that we need. Obviously, no need for horse armor. Well, while I do have enough arrows, there's no reason not to get more. And I should make Another brush, because obviously I should if we're going adventuring. The heart of the archaeologist has to be dealt with. All right, so after saying we're going to clean up the inventory space, we're in the condition we are now. I've got flint somewhere, haven't I? Yes. Lots more arrows. And we are ready to roll out. We've got a bed, we've got our clock, we've got plenty of food. Great shape. One fresh axe. Do we bring another axe? No, it's highly unlikely we go through a whole axe, and then the rest of the tools. Very good. Actually, yes, we will bring an axe, because I have lots of extra ones, and I can just throw it down. And by lots of extra ones, I could buy one. But we will likely get a diamond one when we return, so that'll be great. And this will give us a good opportunity to say bye to Garuda before the adventuring commences. Good old Garuda. But now it is time to roll out. So objectives are brewing stand, lapis, etc. Do I have a bunch of sand? No, we'll get a bunch of sand later, or rather, we'll take a bunch of dirt with us to make a dirt pillar somewhere, and it will just be a lot harder to knock down than a sand pillar would be. And we'll do that. Yeah, I'm not sure which direction. I think, like, away from spawn is best. Yeah, so we'll just go flat out X in this direction. Because I feel like often whenever I adventure, I go, like, in too many circular paths, you know, and that's fine, but it makes it difficult to remember where things are sometimes. Whereas if you just follow one river, and then you get to the ocean, and then you've got your island, you follow the landmass around, and it's a lot easier to recall everything. But time for a cinematic traveling view. I don't have any bones. Here, accept instead this cooked mutton. We leave as friends this day. Bunches of pumpkins. Not going to spend the time to grab them. Obviously, you know, we've got pumpkins at home. I mean, I hate to leave them, but it's not the point. We're laser focused-ish on our goal-ish, unless we see something else that's cool. Which could happen. You know, I have not nearly exhausted my capacity for wonder at Minecraft at this point, so... Got a bambooish jungle over there, but that is not going straight in this direction, which is what we're gonna do. Alright, can we see the sand pillar anymore? Did we go too far? Well, anyway, the idea was to get a pillar that would lead us more or less back there, but we've gone slightly too far. This is still fine. We'll build it somewhere. Laser focused. For example, have you noticed that I just picked up a boat? All of my willpower and strength went into that. And into looking down and not falling Could have went either way. All right, we've got a little bit of an opening here, a little bit of a zombie here. Time to go into first person, serious business mode. Is it a lush cave? Is it... I feel like we've looked at this before. We could go in there. You know, we might as well, because we need redstone and lapis, and both of those are things that you can find by punching a zombie with your face. What a jerk. And then, of course, we elicit some help from the local monsters to do our bidding. It's not the first time a creeper's helped me out, but it is the most recent. And for that, we thank him. All right, we've got a potential for danger here, but the real danger isn't getting lost, right? So we are just going to water bucket down. And that will both, well, I mean, the real danger is in dying because I'm an idiot. So, very serious business adventure. All right, we got some more iron. Always guarantees a nice showing. All right. Oh, yeah, this water's going way down, which is good for a number of reasons. One, shows we're likely to get further down in Y values, which is just what we need in order to get some of those. What? All right, well, there is a vast grotto here, so we are going to get into it whenever we just look a little further down. I think this is enough light, so we're good. We're just going to go down a little bit further and see if it has some sort of... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to find something in here, all right. Like an above-average amount of foes. The good thing about the water is that zombies are, as their name would indicate, not... Hey, Renee, right? That's what we call you? I'm doing well. How are you? Tactical creeper explosion, indeed. All right, so speaking of creeper explosions, oh yeah, that water is going forever far down. Most excellent. Most excellent indeed. All right. Okay, little kid zombies, my least favorite kind. So I think we're going to, you know, they're so quick. But ultimately, they were not going to be able to do anything except get shot. Thus, always to our enemies. Oh yeah, there's another one. I'm inclined to think that there might be like a spawner or something for them. They're not that common, but we will try to figure it out. In any case, we have our water here, which is going to make us pretty safe relatively. So I just popped like a lot of enemies, and that means what I want to do immediately is get a lot of light coverage, because spawning is, you know, fairly frequent, but not like super instant. So now, ooh, shiny. We're going to have to pick up some of those shinies. That's just a bat, nothing to fear. Bats are friends, not foes. Someone is shooting us. That's a foe, not a friend. We're just going to gracefully run up here and figure out where Skelly Bro is at. Okay, so far away he doesn't even remember where I'm at. He's distracted. Man, object permanence. He's got the same issues I do. Well, he's got one extra issue, which is that I am shooting at him, and I'm just as good of an archer as him, but I have slightly more hit points. Yes, Katniss is the main character, or rather, one of the main characters from Hunger Games. She's like, she's probably the main character, but she's like the major protagonist that is identified there. The movies were fine. The first one I thought was quite excellent for what it was, and the other ones were also motion pictures that were released. The first book I thought was really nice. You don't want to compare things to things that they're not, right? So like it was a book with, like, you know, the sort of targeted audience that it had, and as like young adult, I think, is what the genre is more or less called. As one of those books, I thought it was just like exceptional. Obviously, it's not like, in my opinion, I don't know if it's obvious. It's not, in my opinion, like the best post-apocalyptic book in the world, and like the writing isn't like crazy special, but it's quite good. I would recommend the first book to basically anybody. It's a great story, and she does have a bow, and she is pretty good with it. She grows up in like what I believe is like North Carolina or something. They don't call it that, and she like has like survivalist situations early on in childhood due to totalitarian government and deprivation visited on the populace. So she's like good at like survival stuff and like providing for her family, and I really like that because like I grew up out in the country, and you know we didn't have to like we weren't going to go hungry if we didn't get a squirrel or whatever, but it was still like whenever I find a character that, you know, has to make their way in the world and like, you know, figure out what trees they can eat and, you know, that sort of stuff, I always like them because it, you know, I see some of my own sort of childhood and then like daydreams too, because when you grow up out in the country, you also daydream about it being more important, right? You know, when you have to wake up and milk a goat, you sometimes daydream about, like, maybe if this was the only goat in the world, you know, like, how important this task would be, you know, just trying to make it all right in your head that you have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. We're still at 42. We haven't gone down at all. All I've been doing is running around and going up. Okay. But we've got the major grotto, so it was really just that I turned weird. And a chicken? In this forsaken place? Ah, yes, I just went up higher, which was the goal. But this is the little view that we had. So yeah, we're just cleaned up here. This is actually going to be a very, very safe thing. And yes, indeed, a chicken. Very surprising, but I suppose, you know, any of the, man, okay, this was dirt. It's like, it really knocked out a lot of that granite, but this is granite, not that. That does mean we will need more torches. All right, so how much wood do I have? 16. That's enough for quite a bit more torches. You know. We don't... No, I don't need a crafting table for torches or for sticks. I don't think I'm going to need a crafting table for, like, anything, but I hate to go out of wood while we're out doing things. But alright, we've got another full stack of torches and enough for many more, so we're just going to press on. Who put that chicken there? I'm starting to think that you're right. What's it even doing? I think it's resigned to its fate. Gaze once more at the world that you could not have. Au revoir. Oh, your boots aren't saving you from fall damage, chump. Bash. More iron, more iron. Feels good. Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I think that my general fondness for chicken-shaped creatures makes me susceptible to assassination plots. Ooh, gold! First gold block, or rather raw gold. I have saved the world and acquired gold in that order. How dare you, sir, after all that I've done for you. That chicken was gonna kill you, man. That thing had eyes. How useful. It was either an Enderman or a spider. I think a spider. Oh, down in hearts, down in stamina. And I know I have the fortune pickaxe, but I want to save it for lapis or redstone or even diamonds, which theoretically I could find rather than iron, which, I mean, is still good, and I don't have too much iron. Don't really love the way all that sounded. Got gold down there, which I could get. Oh, I don't have doors with me. You know, I wasn't thinking that when you descend into the earth, you may find, you know, scary little underwater areas. We're just going to peek down. We hit deep slate, but I don't have anything I need to live down there. I've got 6 planks, which I believe 6 in a tall rectangle makes doors. But this way seems more promising. Straight walking. Oh, I just remembered. These are going to be water sources, so very good. We'll be able to water down here and be much more safe with all of this. 'Cause this is our original watering, so good stuff. It's nighttime. I think we're going to go to bed. This way, just so I don't like have too many nights without sleep, because I don't want to like walk out and then bam, you know, got phantoms and got to worry about all of that. And I'll try to, of course, look at the clock. Of course. Why do I say of course so much? No, it's all right. I'm doing all right. You know, long day of work. It was very hot, as it always is. But you know, I did well. I met expectations, as I frequently do. And ultimately got to come home and play more Minecraft, which is what it's all about. You know, that's what keeps me going. I have so much fun playing this game, man. Oh yeah, the gravel can fall down. I hope... Oh, like underneath my feet right there. Right. Good call. Alright, so... Once more into the breach. Yeah, I don't need so much of this stuff. Alright, we're going to toss down into this abyss. We're not going to make a sand pillar. And by that, I mean a dirt pillar. We're just going to ditch all that. And I don't need the andesite either. Nor the gravel. The egg is extraneous. And the raw chicken... Yes. Alright. So now... And even the copper, totally meaningless. Much better. Alright. Now, with inventory space, some witness me. We're going to go down into the water. And hopefully this is going to give us a little... Oh, yeah, it is. Alright, so first of all, we're just going to get a little bit of coverage here. And then... Skelly, where... I swear I'm hearing one. But we're just, rather than use my bucket, we're just going to try to, yep, there we go. The wonders of the water system. Oh no. Alright, so I found the skeleton. Good news, guys. And we hit deep slate, so for celebration, we will pick it up. Oh, good news, guys. I found a hole in the wall that will allow us to go further into the deep slate formation. Dirt, that indicates very strongly for the the underground system. Hey, Lapis, excellent, most excellent indeed. I do want to make sure, yeah, plenty of light coverage here. This is exactly the kind of place that can go, like, pretty bad. Oh, wait, no. Does gold not work on... Alright, so... Fortune, while a good enchantment, does not work on Lapis, so I'm gonna check that next time. Anyway, not the worst thing, not the best thing. Doesn't feel great. It is okay, though. This is a decently big Lapis node, and, you know, that could have happened to anybody. It just happened to me today. And, you know, what a nice little place here, except for the skeleton that shot at me. But of course, you know, it's a long time. All right, we've got another... Oh yeah, we've got action. And that was something nasty, but not too nasty. Just a spider, probably just a spider. All right, yep, there we go. We're just going to gracefully get shot a few times. Alright, spider's not really a threat. They literally don't do anything except scare me, which, I mean, is its own sort of danger. Oh no, don't jump down on me. Whatever would I do, dummy? Gold, maybe it works on diamonds? I'm not sure. It would... I don't know. It's weird that gold wouldn't work on anything, because... I mean, not to get all the properties of gold about it, but... Gold's very soft. That's an enchanted bow, I think. We're just going to give him some space. And then engage. Oh, yeah. He's a speedy little boy. Alas, it was not to be. A little bit of a growly sound. Not ideal. Not the end of the world. Explosions. I mean, really, that's just a nice way of making a entrance for me. Redstone? Redstone. We're going to check that to make sure that gold doesn't pop it. That is what a responsible Minecraft player I am. Not responsible enough to not have a creeper explode on me. Hey, turns out I got some diorite. Skelly. Yep. Zomboy, where? Nowhere. They have Minecraft on Switch? Yes, I have only ever played on this format. Incorrect for stone tool, incorrect for stone tool. Needs iron tool. I think you can use diamond for it though, right? It wouldn't be like... Yeah, it wouldn't be diamond exclusionary. I'm an angry creeper. Oh no. Well, that probably wasted some of my redstone. Should have thought more about that. I mean, really, it wasn't my redstone yet, but I wished for it to be. Can't get any achievements without a Microsoft account. Oh, that's too bad. Because I remember whenever I was playing on Bedrock, because that's the one that you can play on consoles, right? And they didn't have advancements, right? I don't think they did anyway. They had the achievements, which is its own sort of fun, but it was also nice, especially like as a hardcore player primarily now, to have the advancements that you get every time that you are playing, rather than the achievements, which are sort of a one-off. But I do have a Switch. I rarely play it. As y'all will be familiar because you know how much I play Minecraft, I tend to tunnel vision with whatever I'm doing at the moment, and it's been quite some time since I tunnel visioned on something I played on the Switch. Speaking of tunnel visioning, alright, how did I get here? What have I done? So this is the water down in the first place? Yes, okay. Water down here, and then we just got sort of distracted by how far everything went. But ideally, we would just follow the path of the original water. Further, even more ideally, we would not disrupt our torches 2 times. Unimportant. Ultimately, what matters is that we follow the water. Where are we at now? -14, that's decent. Gold tools. Natasha says aren't very good. No one uses them, but they have the highest enchanting power. Yeah, said you play only Pokemon games on the Switch. I probably mentioned this before. I only really played Gen 1. Are the new Pokemon games any good? I've heard, or in your opinion, I've heard mixed things about them from people, but a lot of the people I talk to are more like, old folks that don't like change like me, but they still play, And we've broken through another wall. Excellent. And, oh, look at this poor little zombie. Look how hard he's trying to do something with his life. Not gonna happen. Alright, where does this come from? We've got multiple zombies who absolutely can't get through. And while that's somewhat entertaining, I need to find out where they're coming from. Because any old thing could be coming out of here. Diamonds? Diamonds. Alright, first things first. Get safe. Afterward, diamonds. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you feel like it's passed you by. A lot of times media can be like that. Like I said, I only played Gen 1, which like wasn't hard, I would say, in and of itself difficult, but was like the source of a lot of joy for me. Alright, there it goes even deeper. We're gonna... Alright, before I get too much further, there were diamonds right there, weren't there? Alright, so I had some diamonds somewhere that I saw. And then I saw more. Apparently, I am in the zone for him now. Gen 1 starter, I'm a Charmander guy. I mean, for, like, power, Squirtle is, like, so great. And I love Squirtle. I mean, I have such fondness for all 3 of them. And then I also had yellow. I had red and then yellow. So, like, fire type, you get, like, a lot of saturation, and they're not really that good, but I just love Charmander so much. And, like, I was, like, I was Ash's age when it came out, and, who doesn't like a dragon? But Bulbasaur was super awesome, too. And, I mean, yeah, not even waffling. There's no wrong choice when it comes to Gen 1 starter Pokemon. Alright, so diamonds. Oh no, Renee, that is That's a difficult and horrifying mistake to make. Please do not confuse any other human beings with edible materials. This isn't Willy Wonka. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten the diamonds. I just am more motivated by being alive than I am by picking up diamonds. I mean, moderately. If you watch me for long enough, you'll know that that's probably not altogether true. But I will find them. I just don't want to get terribly lost. Alright. So... incorrect for gold tool. Yeah, you just have to have iron. Or this. So, there you go. How many diamonds are we gonna get? Oh my goodness. What? Seven diamonds. Take that to the bank. Very, very awesome. Alright, do I have more coal? Alright, we're gonna get to where we can't make a crafting table. It'll be fine. I'm not gonna need one. I've got a bed. 7 diamonds. Man alive. That's pretty nice. You know, I never would have the courage to go digging like this without good gear in the first place, though. I am not a strong player. Alright, we've got more redstone, but we need to not walk by these because we got 2 different nodes here, so... we're going to be walking home with... I don't want to say all the redstone we need, because I'm sure there's a million things you would need. Ah, yes. The calling the ambulance meme is good stuff. Alright, where did I leave the water? Because I need to bring it all the way home. Oh no. I almost choked the other day. I was eating instant ramen by Maruchan, the best ramen, except no substitutes. I don't know if you call it instant ramen, the kind that you boil, and saltine crackers, you know, like a regular Epicurean, and I guess like one of the crackers was more crackery than I thought it was gonna be, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna choke, and I'm like, oh no, it's just a cracker, I'll be fine. You know, I was in no real danger, and I feel better. Alright, what's RX? -23. We haven't been making a lot of downward progress, but who cares whenever we're finding diamonds like we are. The other important thing is we're not going to get lost, you know. We're just following this somewhere. I'm disinclined to go too much further unless we break through. Simply because I don't have the good movement in water. And it wouldn't be, like, terribly unsafe to try to walk through it, but I think we're just gonna leave that there and try to walk down a different vein. The water will still lead us. Yeah, instant ramen crackers. So you get, oh, no. But, yeah, I get, they sell, like, summer sausage with, like, little bits of jalapeno and, like, chunks of cheddar. And I just get some of that and, like, a cracker, and then, yeah, you just, like, get the ramen, and, you know, it's a nice little meal. Which is probably what I'll have for dinner tonight. Geode? Geode! Yes! You know, I'm gonna get a spyglass, guys. This is what it's all about. We're going to get into the geode. Remember that enemies can be in the geode, and... Alright, excellent. We're just going to need a couple of crystals. Do I have inventory space? I do not. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the tuff. The tuff is so pretty. Andesite I have no such feelings about. Smooth basalt does look cool. Oh no, I'm in the mode again of having too many things. The sticks I actually must not get rid of. Because I absolutely have to have it. Amethyst is pretty, so we're going to break all of it. Alright, there we go. I knew I needed some shards, which I guess you only get out of the mature ones. Yeah, the very large ones. But we're gonna take the amethyst home with us and see what we can get. I need Silk Touch to get the crystals as crystals. Okay. Alright, so we are doing awesome. 47 redstone, 38 lapis. That's not like all the lapis in the world, but it's a great amount. And 7 diamonds, which was not, you know, I should have been thinking, you know, you could even get diamonds, just like you always wanted. But really, I was more motivated by the things we needed to level up the enchantment. Oh, boy. Well, you know, with the water, it wouldn't have been that dangerous, but it'd still be a little spicy going down into the far reaches without scouting. So we are going to be a smart person and get rid of some of those opportunities to fall all the way down. There's a mean sound around here. I think they're either above or below us, though, so we're just not going to worry about it. Maybe gravel out this space and see if anything emerges, either water or a new area. Sometimes I think there's just gravel randomly, but, you know, if it falls down and you see a big new expanse, then that's a quick way to get through it. Or, you know, they could be blocking things. It's a lot quicker to mine gravel than to mine stone, so if it would even expose, like, any sort of ore, that would be efficient as well, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. You gave your mom amethyst a year ago? That's cool. Your siblings are sleeping? That's good. I came from a large family, so I know how nice it was whenever everybody else was in bed and I didn't have to go in bed yet. Oh no! Okay. I was struck by falling gravel, which could happen to anybody that is careless. A little bit of a big iron vein here, just like a 7 count or so. Sorry about that. Yanked my microphone cord. You know, I looked and it turns out that I didn't click buy on the microphone, and then I looked more and apparently there's like some new sort of microphone that's releasing in a few weeks, and I think I'm gonna spring for that. I said yes, I'm the third of 7 children, which will not help you guess any of my passwords. More gold, more gold. But first, light coverage is the first and most important rule of delving into the deeps. The second one is not to do what I just did and leave yourself an unwatered path down. We'll be okay, but only because of luck. No, I mean, really, we could have just, like, jumped right back up. But we're going to secure some nice water in this direction. Aren't we? Yes, there we go. No, being a middle child in the family is good in its own way. You know, I feel, I don't know if you guys know the line from Tolstoy, you know, like all happy families resemble one another, all unhappy families are unhappy in their own way. But I feel like it's sort of like that with sibling order, you know, like being younger, you know, like there's sometimes resentments, and then like people assume that you feel ways that you don't, and like a lot of like people's hangups from their own lives in the family, you know, they'll put that on younger members of the family. And then of course if you're older, often you get like way more responsibilities put on you compared to others, and that can be really hurtful, or at least like if you don't easily meet the expectations that are put on you, or want them, which often can happen to people, you know, like that could be really rough. So, you know, like there's a lot of different ways to suffer. I don't want to say that, you know, one position in the family order is better than some other one. I'm sure that they all have their challenges and their benefits, you know. Plenty of people think like, oh, the youngest kid, they're just going to get everything. But in some families I know, like the younger kids, the parents feel like, oh, the older kids were wild children. Now we got to, you know, make sure that they don't play Minecraft because there are zombies in it, or listen to rock and roll music. Oh, Renee, that's really heavy, man. I'm sorry that's going on. I don't have any good answer for that. Looks like we've got a massive dripstone cave going on down there. Ah, spawner. Of just normal spiders, which makes me almost want to leave it. But no, I mean, when am I ever going to be back here again? What do we get here? A little bit of redstone, diamond horse armor. Very cool. And then some stuff I don't care about. We're just going to ditch the andesite for the horse armor. I felt like I saw some diamonds above somewhere, but I may have been mistaken. We've got lava here, and a massive, maybe not massive, area here to look forward to. I'm running out of torches again. Skeleton somewhere, probably around the wall. Yeah, oh, no room for redstone. Fantastic success to run out of redstone room. All right, apparently he was falling down all along. Ah, that makes sense. Ah, more redstone. Magnificent. I'm gonna get so lost, but I mean, it's not ideal to get lost, but it's also not terrible. No, it is terrible. I'm running out of torches. All right. Yeah. What's it said? I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to like be evasive, but I am. You know, I'm not really comfortable giving people advice with like really like tense emotional situations like that. Inventory. I almost have another full thing of redstone dust. Pretty nice. 7 diamonds, 8 raw gold, 38 lapis. A great success. But yeah, exactly like Sid said, the internet's not always safe. So like, it's great to find people that you feel like you can talk to, but you always want to make sure that you know that you're wary because it sucks. But there are a lot of people that don't have your best interests at heart that are out there. And I think that's going to be the end. We're not going to go any further. We're out of torches. No, I could get coal somewhere, but we are out of sticks. Not out of sticks. But I need to find where I came in from, which is going to be a lot easier if I had stayed to the original programming of the water. All right, so this is the weird little cubby hole that I came into, right? So yeah, I need to go down, and then I can reach the normal area I was in. I came around this side of the lava. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Well, Renee, that is a little dark, but I mean, I don't think that's inaccurate. You know, the world. I don't want to be all doomery and like frightening, but the world is a dangerous place, and I'm not like obvious. I don't want to say obviously before a statement like this, but like it it's scary and it's sad, but you'll spend your whole life and you'll be in places where you're sometimes in danger. Like without getting too much into it, I'm like really afraid of like driving. I'm afraid of being in cars. It's not so bad if I can close my eyes, but I get like very, very frightened when I drive. But I have to drive. I have to drive to be able to go to work. It's like I just have to do it. And so like I look look that fear of danger in the eye every time that I have to leave my house. And I'm also like kind of afraid of strangers, and I'm afraid of like a lot of things. And exactly like level you said there, Sid. Sometimes you gotta have hope that there are places that are and that will be safe. You know, there there's a lot of you know things to be frightened of, but there's also like a lot of good and beauty in the world in Minecraft. There's lots of Minecraft, and if I just always remember that I'll have lots of Minecraft, I can make myself feel better. We'll go through this walkway, and then we're like, I think this is the main line waterway now. So 11 diamonds richer, stacks of redstone, and enough lapis for a good couple handfuls of enchantments. I consider this an absolute success. As long as I get out safely. I'm like going by iron. I hate that. I hate that I'm doing that. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm not going to go back and get the iron I went by earlier, but you know, I have not exhausted my desire for iron. Some more iron here. I'm going to get it too. Something is plopping around. Oh, it was the sound of the iron hitting the water. That is okay. Down here and grab it up to a full stack. No, 45. That's just fine. Laser focus mission. You know, nobody is more surprised than me that it actually happened. And there's that water, and then this one will take us all the way up. First off, check the clock, because that is what a responsible person I am. Crash for the night. Don't have to worry about night when we get up to the top. Won't have to worry about phantoms either. That is what a responsible person I am. All right, good deal. Magnificent. And all from looking down and saying, hey, I could go down there. What? He went through all of that. Okay, they are... What's even going on here? Alright, I need to get my food. How are there that many of them and it's still feeling froggy? Maybe there's a spawner in there. I guess the armor protects them from burning. That makes sense. Not their little hands, though. Is he going to hit me with boots? Who throws a shoe? Honestly. Random task over here. No! Why won't you die? I don't think I care about this item, but... yeah. It could have theoretically had, like, aqua affinity or underwater breathing. Alright, where are we at? Not very far from home. Go this way and we'll find it. Yes, Renee, you mentioned your profile picture. I see. Yeah, again, my heart goes out to you. No good advice for that. I have some people quite close to me that have struggled with those same sorts of questions, you know, like how are you going to broach this subject to people that don't want to perhaps hear, you know, the truth. And, you know, it's just a difficult thing for everyone, I think. And no good advice for you, sadly. Yeah, and what you said there about like how people say that they won't get mad if you tell the truth, but they do. I can definitely identify with that. It is. I know I've said like lots of times in videos that like I didn't have like a particularly happy time like going through school or like as a child, and yeah, you know it's I need to know like what the rules actually are so that I can behave properly. And people often will like assume they're being clear, but it's not clear to me. And then they sometimes get like very frustrated with me, and I find that frustrating. But you know, follow me. Hello, friend. We got a dog. We got 2 dogs. We've got 3 dogs. so many dogs. Truly serendipitous. Three beautiful dogs. $13 diamonds. That's a good amount of diamonds. Oh, I got my orchids. I totally forgot about them. That was this world. That was this world where I started and got all of the orchids. Am I gonna name the dogs? Maybe not right now. I am the richest man in the world. I don't think I'm gonna name the dogs right now, but I will name them later. I need to get dyes for the collars because I don't have access to name tags or anything. Enough scoots to make dog armor. Okay, I'll have to do that. So much stuff. Alright, I need to just clear the inventory and then deal with other things later. Dog armor nerfed. That's too bad. I'm just gonna clear the inventory real quick. Alright, so basically, I don't think a fortune pickaxe for gold is worth anything at all. I'm just gonna toss it. It would get me more copper, you know, potentially. But come with me, dogs. One of you shall be a dog for chicken. And one of you will be a noble sheepdog. And one of you will be a noble cow dog. This dog's name is Hank. Good old Hank the cow dog. There were a lot of children's books with those names whenever I was growing up. He was sort of like a detective. He was the sheriff of the ranch, and they were very silly. The sheepdog will wait, and then the chicken dog will have a different name for them eventually. Dog AI can just walk into lava and die. Yeesh. I see them behave aggressively towards mobs sometimes, so I try not to get too attached to these dogs, but if I can get them some armor, even if it's just made out of armadillos. Oh, a book. Gotta have a book. Hooray, an enchanting table. Can you break an enchanting table and move it? I'm not sure. Well, I don't want to put it somewhere and then have to move, but like now we're level 43. We got enough diamonds for anything. It can be moved. All right, good deal. we're just gonna put it down for the joy of looking at it, and then so I guess if I were to use it right now, it'd be basically worthless. But we'll put it down. It is fancy, mineable with a pickaxe. All right, so good stuff. I need to go ahead and end the stream. The rain falls. Beautiful, calming sensation wafting over the world. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and for all your comments. You know, interactions makes me feel so good, and you know, I hope you have a good night, and that whatever's ailing you weighs less on your shoulders than it did before you talked about it a little bit, because, you know, although I will never have any answers for you, I will always have, you know, the sincere well wishes for your situations, and I hope that the things that weigh on you don't always do that. There's a song that I really love called You Were Cool, I think is the name of it, by the Mountain Goats. Let me look it up real quick. But I'm going to put a link to the YouTube video there. That, you know, maybe, I don't know if you guys listen to the Mountain Goats, but I've probably talked about it before. They're one of my favorite bands, but maybe that song will bring you a little bit of good feelings whenever you're feeling down. It always works for me. But I'm gonna go eat some dinner. So good night, guys. Thanks again, and probably gonna do another stream tomorrow afternoon. I don't work tomorrow night, so maybe do a couple hours, maybe a little shorter. Just depends on how I feel. But right now, I'm feeling like we probably will.